Hi, Scorpio. Happy Halloween. I like how I said Halloween first. Happy October. Happy birthday for those of you who are early Scorpios. All right. I'm going to wait before we'll talk about this. So, Venus retrograde in your sign. Opposite Uranus retrograde in your 7th house. And today, a new moon in your subconscious, your 12th house of Libra. Chiron moving back into your 5th house, Pisces. Oh, I didn't see this. Knight of Cups. High Priestess and the Hierophant in reverse. Oh boy. I have a very interesting energetic bond with Scorpios. I think it's the Mars energy. It could also be my sun and moon in the 8th house, so I'm very scorpionic by nature. People often mistaken me as a Scorpio, which is funny. So it's like I understand your deepness and your mystery and your secretiveness, and it's like I almost don't want to. It's too deep for me sometimes, even as an 8th house native. It's just so controlled, you know? Quite admirable, but I could never do it. No surprise. Aries. But at the same time, this incredible strength, this resilience, this stone cold facade almost, is your own detriment. I mean, you know, we've all heard of the Scorpio stinging itself. And sometimes that is a victory alone, because it's not, it wasn't someone else who stung you, it was you who stung you. So because of that, that is victorious. Like, you are victorious because no one stung you, if that makes sense. Anyway. Okay. Sorry, I'm like pulling out your extended. I don't do extendeds yet. I barely have time to do these, but I really want to, because this is interesting. Scorpio. Okay, well, let's talk about this first. So, you have a lot going on. You have the Star. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You have the High Priestess in the center of your reading. The Hierophant in reverse. And the rest of it. But these major arcana cluster right here, and the parallelism, and it's like you, in a way, are quite happy. I mean, you have the Star, and you have the 6 of Wands, victory, and you have the Knight of Cups, intense romance, intense love feelings. So, yeah, in a way, you're victorious. You have everything you want. You were marching into victory. You are being praised. It's everything you want. And yet, Something feels... Do you see that? Off. Maybe you don't feel quite as victorious as others perceive you to be. Something happened recently. Something happened quickly recently that has made you, I want to say, like, turn your world upside down. Whatever that means for you, some of you. Some of you guys could be dealing either with an Aquarius, a Pisces, and or a Taurus. There's a lot going on, so give me a minute. There's just so much major arcana in this. Like, there's so many ways to read this. Okay. I'm not trying to overwhelm you guys either, because I hate readings that have, like, way too many stories. Okay. Some of you guys could have gotten a message recently that was everything that you wanted. Maybe something happened recently that was everything that you wanted, and it isn't currently. Different timelines. I'll stick to one at a time. Sorry, I'm just really... This new moon's been a lot. I'm so sorry. Okay. So this message could have been everything you wanted, and it turned your world upside down. Maybe it was an intense connection, like a soul karmic connection, it looks like. But it's got you feeling... It's like on one level, it's everything you want. And on a very deep, intuitive level, you know this is it. And on the other hand, you feel so, like, constricted. Like you're trapped in something, or it's like an obligation, or you realize that you can't get out of something. Do you want to get out of something? Something, you don't want to work on something, so you're kind of just like marching on to the next thing, even though in the back of your mind it's just not quite right. Storylines are starting to blur together, so, you know, take what you will from it, like any reading, like whatever resonates. But there's just so much happening for you, and this is what I'm talking about. It's like that deep scorpionic shit that, like, it's not shit, I'm sorry, but it's just like the deep scorpionic stuff that's just like, as an Aries, I want to just, like, give you all the information, but, like, you already know the information, so I'm just trying to pick out, like, what it is that you already know that is the most important for you to hear. I guess the most important thing is follow your intuition and not so much the establishment. I don't know what that means. It's very rigid. It's like, it's just stuck. Like, you're constricted. Like, you're, I don't know. Something is not allowing you to be free like you want. And you are quickly trying to find a way away from it. But with the least amount of conflict possible. But I don't know, Scorpio. Things seem to be sitting pretty for who knows how long. Whenever you decide to turn this wheel back around. Yeah? So, this new moon in your 12th house has you really diving deep. This could also be your, Pisces 12th house, even though your 12th house is Libra, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? So, diving deep into your subconscious programming from when you were a child. Maybe something family related that needs to be resolved now is also bringing up things in your personal relationships, because your personal relationships will emulate your issues from your childhood over and over and over again until you solve it. And right now I feel like a lot of you could also be tricking yourself into thinking that you're happy when you are kind of avoiding something. And I say this because the bottom of the deck is Four of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Swords, the Sun in reverse, and Judgment in reverse. And then there's more stuff, but it's just kind of more of the same. So you're really holding on to rigid things, or maybe you're feeling insecure, so you're creating things to hold on to that you don't need to hold on to, but because you created them for the purpose of being held on to, you know that if you let go of it, it would be okay if it broke because you made it for that purpose. I don't know where that came from. It just, take what you will from that, okay? Also, in, holding on to, creating non-issues, there's also denial and repression, not making decisions about anything. If you're dealing with a Leo, they could also be burnt out and deciding how they want to move forward and or on from this connection. But neither of you are doing anything. I don't know what energy is most dominant for you guys, but there was a bunch of storylines that just happened. I'm sorry if it was convoluted. I hate readings that are like that, but it was just a lot that needed to... Okay, Scorpio, so... I don't know what the message is for you, but I know that you know what the message is for you. That's the thing. It's like I'm so deeply connected to your energy, but at the same time, like, you know, there's just always going to be that part of Scorpio that no one can reach but you. And you like it that way. Maybe that's what this is about. Your greatest wish is that no one can ever reach this deepest part of you. And that alone creates your happiness. Just look. What do you see? Alright, Scorpio, we'll check back in during your season. Gear up. It's gonna be great. Happy October, happy Halloween, happy birthday. See you in November.